I'm Morgan from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a look at the ALPAKA Flight Pouch, which I've been testing for 2 weeks. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so that we can continue making content that helps you travel smarter. Let's jump in. The external materials are made from a Axoflux 210D recycled ripstop nylon. It feels very comfortable. It's not the softest, but it definitely feels very protective and is water repellent. So that plus the YKK zippers and this AquaGuard coating will ensure that all of the gear inside stays nice and dry, especially in like more inclement weather like rain, snow, etc. As you can kind of see, it's got a like a very grid-like pattern, which feels fairly comfortable. It's a little loud, but the zippers also have a nice hypalon pull, so they're Alpaka's silent zippers, so they don't jingle or make a whole lot of extra noise. As you can see, there aren't any like handles or any grab points. The only attachment points are on the back, and those are designed to work with their Maglockz system, which I will get into in a second. And then the front and the back are pretty minimal. The only branding is right here, a Hypalon tab with Alpaka's logo on it. But aside from that, it's pretty minimal. Aside from carrying it basically like a clutch, you can attach these little brackets to these attachment points. And so they look like this, and they basically slide in to the Maglockz connectors. So this is like a wrist strap that comes with it, and it basically just kind of slides in, and it allows for a nice rotation. And you can attach it to either one of these. If you prefer the wrist strap, you can detach these as well, but you also can attach the included shoulder strap and turn it into a sling as well. And they have the same Maglockz connectors. You just slide them in like that, and it works super easy. It's really convenient, especially going from like wrist strap to shoulder strap, because they are really easy to just use interchangeably. And I found that just leaving one on allowed for like a smoother transition. And so, like I mentioned, it allows for like a nice rotation as well. So especially as a sling, it is super comfortable as it kind of like conforms to the way that you're wearing it. And so like you just slide this in, and then you press this button to push it up and release. So this is what it looks like on. As you can see, it's pretty compact, fairly small form factor. And because of the ease in which you can adjust the straps, I found that if I preferred it like a different configuration, it was really easy to just undo them and like switch them out depending on whether or not I was wearing it on the right, the left, or etc. Aside from the main compartment, the only other pocket is right here, which is what they call their passport pocket. And inside, you just have like a dummy passport basically. It sits in between these two attachment points. It's got like a nice amount of space, and it has a magnet built into it right here so that it snaps closed. It's pretty strong, and when a passport is in, I found that it kind of keeps it nice and secure. That way there's no risk or any issue of it slipping out. The main compartment has just a single zip, and it's like an L shape that goes from this corner just about there, and it's pretty smooth. I will say that there is a little bit of tension and friction around this one corner, so something to keep in mind. But it allows for a nice opening and overview of everything inside basically. The main compartment is split into two with this padded, well, it's not padded, it's got like a flexible core divider basically, and that divider has two slip pockets which can fit up to 4 cards each, so 8 cards in total. So in here I just have some gift card and a hotel key. The pocket is nice in that you can stick up to 8 cards. So if you wanted to ditch your wallet, you definitely could just keep them right here. Although there's not a whole lot of like organization to it. It's just the 2 slip pockets. So I found when I would do that, I would have to like take all of them out and slide through the card that I was looking for. But especially like during travel, I usually only use 1 or 2 cards anyway. So I would keep my ID in one and then keep like the other 2 cards in the other pocket, and that was good enough. In one side, I just have a field notes notebook, and it kind of is just a nice space. It also fits a phone pretty easily. This is a iPhone 15 Pro Max, and it sits right there with no issue. On the other side, similar, I have a little tiny portable pen, and then you can use it as like another area to store a phone, passport, wallet. Boarding passes also work really well in here, especially with the zippered closure to ensure that nothing gets lost or falls out. And then on the side is another zippered pocket with a little tiny zipper. And in here is just like a little bit more organization. So I just have a little slim wallet, but you can also store smaller items like AirPods, headphones, chapstick, gum, all of like the little things that I wouldn't want to be like rummaging around in here. I found that this works really well for that specific type of gear. But then the rest is kind of just a nice open space to keep everything. It's not a huge issue, but I did notice that this flexible divider does not attach to the bottom. So for example, like the pen, if I put it in one spot and just moving around with life, sometimes it could move into the other. It's not like a huge issue, but something to keep in mind. So there you have it, the ALPAKA Flight Pouch. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.